Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Hello and welcome to the Popternative podcast. This is the podcast and talk show where we have digital discussions in the worlds of social media, pop culture, TV, film, and of course sports, and specifically hockey. When we do sports, we love hockey here. As always, I'm your host, Peter Remoliotis. On social media, you know me as PD Beats. Interesting time right now in the worlds of hockey and junior hockey with COVID-19, but I am speaking to a bunch of players that recently got drafted in the OHL, and we are going to talk about their journey to the OHL draft, and we're going to just talk about how they've been adapting in COVID-19 in terms of training. I'm going to have them introduce themselves, and we will get into it, starting with Ben.
All right. Hey, I'm Ben Bujold from Richmond, Ontario. I'm a centerman for the Canada Lasers, and I got drafted to the London Knights.
What's going on, guys? I'm Ty Nelson. I'm from Toronto, Ontario. I'm a defenseman for the Toronto Junior Canadiens and got drafted to the North Bay Battalion.
Hey, I'm Colton Smith. I'm from Hershey, Pennsylvania. I played for the Canada Lasers, and I was drafted by the London Knights.
Hey guys, I'm Cedrick Guindon. I'm from Rockland, Ontario. I was centerman for Rockland Nationals, and I got drafted to Owen Sound Attack.
Hey guys, I'm Dalyn Wakely from Port Hope, Ontario, centerman, drafted by the North Bay Battalion.
Hey guys, I'm Spencer Sova. I'm from Tecumseh, Ontario, and got drafted to Erie Otters.
Hey guys, I'm Jorian Donovan. I'm from Richmond, Ontario, played for Canada Lasers, and I got drafted to the Hamilton Bulldogs.
Very cool. Well, guys, thank you for coming on the show. There's always going to be a time where you guys you guys at a young age decide that you kind of want to play hockey, but I kind of want to know when, like, the turning point or the climactic aspect of when you really kind of took it seriously and knew this was something you wanted to do. So we'll start with Jorian. Was it maybe like Pee-wee, Bantam? When did you kind of decide that it was for sure something that you want to do hockey, Jorian?
Yeah, that's the thing. Obviously, most people kind of look at. It was started for me around first year AAA. That's kind of the real thought where I was like, yeah, I actually want to take this really seriously and fully commit to the sport. So yeah, I'd say first year AAA.
Absolutely. And Colton, like Jorian, you had a father who played in the National Hockey League, so I'm sure for you it was like right away it was something you wanted to do.
Yeah, for sure.
And do you find also that it was like, when was it kind of the moment where, was it like Bantam? Was it Pee-wee? Because I know you played midget AAA before that. Before you moved to Ontario. But like, when was that kind of more serious for you that you wanted to start playing? Was it Pee-wee?
Yeah, probably around there. Like Adam, I would think. Like the first year at AAA was probably when I knew I wanted to play hockey, and that was it.
Nelly, what about you? Was it kind of Adam?
Yeah, I would say probably like the major year in Adam because I used to play lacrosse and like a pretty high level, so it was getting like to that point where it's getting really serious. So I had to pick either one or the other. So that's when I decided hockey was for me.
Ben, what about you?
Yeah, I'd say major Adam too. I played on Donald's team pretty much my whole life, and like right around that area with him too.
And Seti, what about you? Because I knew music has always been a thing too, right? But when was hockey officially kind of the thing you wanted to do?
Yeah, I'd say like from a very young age, obviously making the NHL is your goal and your biggest dream. But it wasn't until I'd say Pee-wee that I realized that, all right, like, I kind of have a shot at it, So I'd say major Pee-wee, my first year AAA was the first year that I was like, all right, that's like what I'll fully commit to.
Perfect. And very quickly, Dalyn, what about you? Was it like about Adam or?
Yeah, just kind of like the other guys. My first year AAA and Adam, we went to the finals that year too. So I think just kind of experiencing everything I could that year really kind of set the drive in my head that I wanted to make that a professional career.
Absolutely. And then Spencer, when did that kind of start for you? And then the question for you is, what specifically are you going to be able to bring to the OHL next season, specifically with your style of game for the Erie Otters?
Yeah, so first off, like, I always wanted to play in the NHL, and yeah, it's every kid's dream. So I think around Adam, first year AAA, I played with Smitty on County, so I think we both kind of. But yeah, for Erie, I just think I'm a really offensive D. Feel like I can bring a lot of speed and good shot to the table. Also making great decisions. So, and even just not like being well rounded in the D zone too. So.
Absolutely. Now it's like more specific questions for all of you. Nelly, this is for you. You were drafted first overall in the OHL draft. I mean, it was kind of one of those things too where, it was announced, there was a big press release about it. Obviously you couldn't kind of be there because of COVID and everything. But what was that kind of process like? And has it sunk in yet that you were first overall?
I mean, it definitely helped a ton because North Bay, with COVID happening, they tried to make everything as special as possible. So I actually they came down, I would say Thursday before they made the announcement on the Friday, and they came down, gave me my draft jersey, bag, helmet, bucket. So they were making it as special as they could for me. And it's definitely hard not being able to get up there, but we're trying to get up there soon, hopefully in next couple of weeks. But yeah, sometimes it's still can't believe it sometimes, thinking that you get drafted number 1 overall.
Absolutely. Colton, your father is currently the head coach of the Ottawa Senators. What specific advice did he give you going into the OHL draft?
He told me, he was just like, whatever happens, and then there's really nothing you can do about where you go in the draft or what team you go to. So he just told me you can just do whatever happens.
And Jorian, kind of similar with your father, who had a really great career in the NHL, Jorian Donovan. What was kind of that conversation with him in your year? Because I understand, he was one of your coaches as well. What was that like, Jorian?
Well, obviously it was similar to Colton's there. He just said, you know what, it's the draft. You can't you just play your hockey and they're going to pick for whatever player you are. And, you can't decide where you go or who you go to, but it's just you play your own hockey and everything turns out from there.
Dalyn, what are some things in AAA and midget that you're going to have to kind of change or modify in order to play in the OHL next year?
For the most part, I'd like to keep the same style of game. I think obviously the league's going to be a lot faster, so I've been putting in a lot of work in terms of that stuff and just gaining muscle mass. But I think in terms of North Bay, talking to Adam there, the GM, and Coach Julie, I fit the style of play that they want to play pretty well, so I'm looking forward to it.
Ceddy, we understand that you're a musician as well, and we talked about this specifically with you. I mean, do you kind of use your music as a little bit of kind of like motivation, inspiration, especially when you're kind of training and going to the gym and everything? Because was that kind of a big part of your journey to get drafted by the Owen Sound Attack?
Yeah, for sure. I'd say since I'm young, I've used music as a big part in hockey, and it sounds stupid, but just pre-game getting pumped up, or after a game, just going on the drum set or playing some guitar helps me for sure. But now that going up to Owen Sound, we'll see what happens. Don't think I'll bring I don't think I'll bring the big drum set, but I'll bring like a guitar or something to keep me busy.
For sure. And Ben, before coming to the U18 HEO AAA play for Canada, what did you kind of notice? But like from bantam to midget, what was that kind of transition like for you?
Yeah, so like the first couple of weeks going into U18, like it was pretty rough. I didn't have the good start I wanted, so I think just getting like adapted, like it's a way quicker. I thought it was a way quicker league, a bit more physical, like older guys there, so heavier bodies, and I think it was all about like getting the puck off your stick quicker and not holding on to it, like that stuff that you did last year. The fancy stuff wasn't really working this year, so I think it took a while to adapt, but once I did, thought I had a pretty good year.
Very cool. And like Spencer, I'm going to ask you this, and then it's kind of like a bit of a free-for-all after, if anyone else wants to kind of chime in. I kind of want to know from all of you guys, like, what has it been like kind of training in this kind of landscape of the unknown, where you don't really know when the season is going to officially start, and you're kind of going on the ice, and there's all these different protocols. Like, what's that been like, Spencer? And then everyone else, people, if you want to chime in, you can. But what's that been like?
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I mean, like, rinks in winter just opened, so we've been on the ice for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So, and then the training part, like, just at home, you're just trying to go as hard as you can. And then actually my buddy has a gym at his house, so we go there and train there. But it's kind of hard to get motivated at sometimes, but you just got to keep focusing on the bigger picture, kind of, and working for that. So.
Anyone else? Like, what has it been like, kind of in the COVID era, kind of training and getting ready?
I mean, I think our captain said it best. Like, you don't know what's going to happen when it's going to start, so you just got to over-prepare yourself and be ready to go whenever they say let's go. So I think it's just a matter of just being ready and doing whatever you can, as much as you can, to get yourself prepared for next season.
Absolutely. Very quickly, Cedi, like, obviously a big, something like an interest besides hockey for Cedi is also music. I kind of want to know, I'm sure we're going to get the obvious generic, fishing and golf and everything, but what are you guys into besides hockey, hobby-wise? Let's start with Colton. What do you kind of, besides hockey, when you're not at the rink, what do you kind of like to do activity-wise? Any other sports, any other hobbies?
No, I used to play baseball for a little bit, and then I quit that. But now it's just hockey, workout, video games. That's all I need.
Absolutely. Jorian, what about you?
Yeah, well, obviously, I have to go with I've been really into golf this summer. It's kind of a thing that I've been really enjoying and kind of getting back into. But yeah, I've been on the ice quite a bit, and obviously getting into the gym. So I'd say those three things have kind of taken up my summer.
I'll go around the panel, but I just want to say I did a CCHL panel a couple years ago, and I'm pretty sure when I asked that question, everyone was like, I like country music and I like to fish. So I'm glad we're getting a little bit different answers here, but it was just all in a row. Spencer, what about you?
Yeah, I know like the obvious stuff, golf and all that, but I know Smitty forgot this one, but wakeboarding is a big one. Been hit the lake a few times and go out wakeboarding, so yeah, it's pretty fun.
Dalyn, what about you?
Yeah, I'm a pretty boring dude, I guess. Just a lot of hockey, a lot of working out. It's really, it's a lifestyle when that's all you're doing. So a lot of working out, and I guess, the odd weekend I find myself on the golf course. But
absolutely. Cedi, we're going to skip you because I know what the answer is.
Well, I got another one too.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
I'm also a big basketball guy, so I'd say like almost every night, I just hoop with my brother, and maybe not now. I used to do like scrimmages last year and before that, but now this year obviously we can. So no, we do. Me and my brother do a lot of one-on-ones and stuff like that outside. So almost every night.
For sure. Ben, what about you?
Yeah, to add to Sed, I'm a big basketball guy. I'm always playing my buddies for money, and it gets competitive. And I also I'm a big golfer. I know it's basic. And spike ball, stuff like that.
Yeah, I was surprised no one said spike ball, because that's some good stuff there. Yeah.
That's good.
Nelly, do you do the spike ball?
Yeah, it's more like a school thing. Like, me and my buddy actually got drafted to Sarnia, Julian Facinelli. We were spike ball champs of our school, so no one could beat us for like straight 3 years.
Wow, that's high praise. I feel like that sounds a little bit like a challenge. What are you trying to say here?
I don't know. We haven't played in a while. But
Colton, have you played spike ball?
No, I'm no good, but I'm a mean wakeboarder. I can tell you that.
No.
Himself.
Dono's my spike ball partner. I think we'd give him a run for our money.
You couldn't take down me and Sova.
I can't wakeboard.
No way.
Fine game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
I can't
quickly,
wakeboard.
a couple of you mentioned video games. Is it kind of the the Fortnite, the Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty? Are those the games? Are there ever any other games you guys are playing? Or
Fortnite and Call of Duty. That's it.
yeah.
What about ESHL? No.
Not anymore. During the year.
Yeah, I'm a Bujold.
What did he say?
What did you say, Dono?
I said, yeah, with you. I'm in ESHL.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
you work for a bit. And
Yeah, I know.
Until the mic goes on Dono. No mic.
he doesn't know how to shoot and shell. Doesn't know how to pass or shoot.
No, I was so bad. I've actually gotten quite good, so
We
I
cut
was
him
horrible
from the club.
before.
We kicked him.
You got cut?
We kicked him.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. Well, guys, we're gonna wrap up. Thank you guys so much for doing this. Real quick, we're gonna go around. I just wanna, I want you to tell me kind of what kind of player that the OHL is kind of going to get next year. And then if you want, plug your socials a little bit. Start with Ben. Ben, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Hey, thank you. My Instagram is benny.bujold. And I'd like to say I'm a guy who's like gritty, both a little bit of speed and a hard worker. Will get the old puck in the O-zone every shift.
Yeah. Nelly, thanks for coming on the show, man. I know we've been wanting to do this for a while, so I'm glad we're able to get it done.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, the Instagram's kidnelly_89, and I'm the two-way defenseman. Love to play in the offensive zone. Love playing in the defensive zone, and not afraid to play on the physical side as well.
Absolutely. Colton, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Instagram's Colton.Smith61, but in hockey, like I think I like to get open, and when I can get the puck, I try my best to score. But other than that, I leave the down low work to Boosh, but I'll pop out for him.
Perfect. Seti, technically your second time on the show because we did that Instagram live, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for having me again. My Instagram is Cedrick.Guindon. And I think, once on the OHL is going to just get a higher paced player that tries to create plays and finishes some plays. So, yeah.
Dalyn, thanks for coming on the show, man.
No, yeah, thanks a lot for having me. My Instagram is DieDownWakely. You can probably just type in my name, and then I guess the OHL is going to get a really high skill player who likes to play 200 foot, and I can change it up, be very versatile.
Perfect.
Big goal scorer.
Yeah.
Sova, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So I'll plug my Insta. It's Spent Sova. And then I think Erie's going to get a really skilled defense who can put up a lot of points, play well in both zones. So.
Absolutely. Donald, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, I'd say Hamilton's probably going to get a defenseman that's a good two-way defenseman. I like to use my speed quite a bit to jump up in the rush and create plays.
All right. Great. Well, thank you guys all so much. Good luck in the OHL. We look forward to watch you guys play, and I really appreciate your time. This has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Until next time, it says Ben, Ty, Colton, Seti, Dalyn, Spencer, and Jorian signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.